Hi everyone. It's been 2 weeks since our last words of the week, and they were words. It was the first time I picked a twofer. Two words came into my hand as I prayed and picked into the bag, and they were not the sexiest words in the world. Responsibility and trust. So I immediately thought of my to-do list, and I'm sure you did as well. And when you think about all your responsibilities, they run the gamut. If you're a parent, well, first of all, that could fill up volumes of responsibilities, from playing taxi to putting dinner on the table to going to parent-teacher meetings, making sure homework is done. And if you are a working person, you know all the things on your to-do list at work, and then juggling that with trying to get to the gym and trying to make sure you're eating healthy and making time for friends while you're making time for family. I'm actually a little tired just telling you all the potential responsibilities that first come to your mind when you hear the word responsibility, but I am here to tell you something that's going to maybe hopefully shake you up a little bit, because it shook me up. You're responsible. Your primary responsibility, in my view, is to be happy. Yeah. You are the CEO of your life, my friends. I am the CEO of my life. And if I don't make it my responsibility to be happy, to make myself happy, nobody else is going to do it for me. I spent many years looking for external sources to make me happy. And then you wake up one day and decades have gone by. And you're 54. And you're thinking, I'm entering, the final, if life is in 3 acts, this could be act 3. Am I waiting for happiness to descend? Am I waiting to win the lottery? What am I waiting for? What am I waiting for? I am responsible for my own happiness. And that has taken trust, which was the second word. Trusting my own instincts. Trusting that if I put making myself happy as a priority, the other stuff is going to fall into line, because guess what? When I'm happier, I'm more productive, I'm more creative, I have more energy, I can get more things done if I'm happy. Sometimes I look at my to-do list, which always sits here right next to me at my work desk, and nothing's jumping out at me. It's like, you ever have a day when you don't want to do anything on your list? Well, guess what? Maybe that means that that's not the day to do the things on that list, but go to a different one. Go where inspiration takes you. Now, I understand we don't have the luxury of all quitting our jobs and sitting in the sun with a cold drink and a fun magazine or a favorite new book. We can't just quit our lives, but do we have to quit our lives to be happy? Can't we just make some adjustments here and there that bring a smile to our face? Can I challenge all of us this week, even as we close out the word responsibility and trust, to trust that your happiness is really important? But the happier you are, the higher your vibe is, and the more your ability to manifest the dreams of your heart. That your emotions don't need to be shoved down under the carpet and swept under the rug, but they are a guidepost to happiness and paying attention to them. If you're feeling sad or weary, knowing that and recognizing it and then making adjustments accordingly. Because why? You're worth it. Because your happiness is worth it. And at the end of our days, and we don't know if tomorrow will be the end of our days, wouldn't it have been a waste if we didn't place an emphasis on being responsible for our own happiness? If we do that, we'll stop resenting other people for not fitting the bill. We'll stop being cranky and looking at other people and saying, well, they have this and they have that. No, let's look at what we have. What's right before us? What do you love right now that you can appreciate and let it grow? What can you find in your life that's praiseworthy and beautiful? Everybody's got at least one thing, whether it's the garden in your backyard or watching a butterfly descend on a little child at the local park. What makes you happy? Take responsibility for it and do more of that. You'll find that the other things take care of themselves. I hope you'll make yourself a priority this week. And I pray now for a word to guide us into the next 2 weeks with happiness. And the answer is, someone once said to me recently, well, do you pick the words out of a bag? And I realize sometimes I don't have the bag in view. The bag is sort of down here. So bag in view, prayed, picked the word. This is all extemporaneous. I have no idea what the word is. And the word is willingness. Are you willing to consider a different way of living your life? Are you willing, am I willing to consider that maybe just because it's always been a certain way, it doesn't have to continue to be that way? Am I willing to take a different way or a different approach? Am I willing? Willingness is like that tree that can blow in the breeze. It's not shaken. It doesn't crack over, but it's willing. It can go with the flow. It can bend. Willingness means go with the flow. So the word for our weeks, go with the flow, my friends. Don't resist the flow of life. There is a current that's leading each of us to our destinies, to our dreams, to the fulfillment of our desires, to manifest them. Go with that flow. Don't waste your energy trying to resist the flow. And be willing to believe that everything that happens to you in the next 2 weeks is the best possible thing that could happen. Even if it seems like an ouch at first, be willing to believe that it's a good thing, that it's serving you, and it's bringing you to your desired end. Willingness. Ooh, it's a very flexible and happy word of the weeks. I wish you all so much happiness and that you will do things that are good for you and good to you over the next 2 weeks. Talk to you soon.